All right, everybody, so here we go again. This is about robbery, insurance issues, and staffing crisis. Coming up now. All right, everybody, so here's the subject line of this email. It sounds to me like there's a whole lot of shit going on here. It says, my shop got robbed, now I have even bigger problems. Help me, Chad, please. Dude, are you serious? Let me make sure it's a dude. Yeah, it's a dude. Kenneth. Kenneth is his name. Okay, Kenneth. Kenneth Smoke and More is the name of the shop. All right, found that too. All right, so I don't even know where to start. Well, start from the beginning, my friend. Always is a good place to be. My smoke shop was broken into last night, so apparently this just happened. And this happened, by the way, while I was on vacation, so I'm just now answering it, okay? And they cleaned us out. Vapes, glass, cash, everything. Front window was smashed and they destroyed my security cameras. You didn't have a cloud-based security? I mean, did you or didn't you? I don't know. I thought I was covered by insurance, but now they're telling me there's an issue with my policy and they may not pay out. Well, that's what insurance companies do. And that's why you buy the proper insurance, okay? I had assumed my coverage was enough, but now I'm being told my policy doesn't cover certain losses. And I don't know how I'm going to afford to restock and fix everything. To make things worse, my employees are scared. Some of them don't even want to work late shifts anymore, and I don't blame them. I'm trying to install better security, but it's all coming out of pocket and I'm already stretched paper thin. I don't want this to be the end of my shop, but I feel completely lost and at my wit's end. Have you ever dealt with something like this? Yeah, I mean, we've had many broken into. So, all right, broken into. What would you do? Okay, so first thing I did, we showed some security, some gates that we had put up across the front, that even if they smashed the front window, it was going to be a god awful problem to even get into it. They would almost have to completely rip those out. And I mean, you could buy those relatively simple. You can buy them at Home Depot. They're just gate security. They come together. You put your locks on them, and the alarms should have been going off. This should have been, I don't know how long these fucks was in your building. If you had security cameras, you should have had a security alarm. So I'm hoping that they didn't fail you in some way. And I don't know the whole story. I'm just, I'm just being told that. And Kenneth there. So Kenneth is telling me that. And that's really ugly, really ugly. I'm really hoping that you have an alarm, but apparently not if they got that much shit. Okay. Now, if they came in and they got several $1,000s worth of disposables, that's not unheard of. And, even cigarettes. I knew a guy one time, they got $8,000 worth of cigarettes, and that would have been a death toll for most people, but not him. I mean, you should have had a cloud-based security cameras where you could have went back through the cloud, signed in. It recorded that, and apparently you didn't have that either, or you would have a good idea of what was going on. Did you put the security system in as far as the closed circuit TV? Did you set the cameras up, or did a security professional set those up? I already know the answer because for some reason you didn't do it. So You didn't tell me that. So I'm sure you did it. I'm sure you got it at Sam's or, you know, Lowe's or someplace like that. And if you did, you're already hit. I know, because, you know, your cameras are probably not cloud-based, or they cost way too much money. And it sounds to me like you didn't do that. And if they got glass and everything, I mean, that means they was sitting in there for an hour. Because you don't just run out with, you know, all your water pipes or all your hand pipes. You don't do that, man. So, I mean, it's either an inside job, it's an insurance job. No, Kenneth, I'm not saying you're a fucking thief. I'm just simply saying that that's what the insurance company's thinking, especially since you didn't have a security system. That could be the problem, because the alarms didn't sound and they was able to stay in there forever. You also didn't tell me that they cut the electric, which, you know, you should have had a cellular backup if you did. And in the future, if you get this up and running again, I recommend you getting a fucking professional to put this shit in, and don't get it from Sam's. That's my recommendation. I'd love to consult on this, man. It don't sound real fucking great to me though, bro. It sounds to me like you did something half-assed, and now you're reaping the rewards of it. And I know that ain't what you want to fucking hear, man, but kind of is what it is at this point. And yeah, that's ugly. And I hate that for you with all my heart. I hate that for you. But I know that this is going to be a lesson. And whether you continue going forward with this or not, this is going to be something you don't soon forget. And as bad as I hate to tell you that, it's just how it goes. I have been broken into. We've had them come through the ceiling. We've had them cut a hole in the side of a building, of a metal building. We've had them break windows. We've had them do a number of things to get in the building. And, you know, there's nothing that's going to stop them if they want to. But the whole coming through the roof thing, woo, man, that was something. That was something. And how they dropped in, and that's crazy. But they did. And we've had them kick in doors, you know, from older buildings that we had. That's how we learned about the gates and all that. We had security doors put on, like that would go outside and, you know, would close. We had them pry open a back door one time, a commercial grade fucking door with a commercial lock, and shouldn't have been able to do it, but they did. And so we had to put in a whole block system where you had two hands come up and where it would hold against the door, and then you put a long steel rod across it, and the only way they're fucking getting in is to take out frame and all, and nobody's trying to do that. Nobody. That's what I do, man. If you need some help with this, hit me up. I'll be glad to point you in the right direction as far as monitored security systems, as far as where to get your gates and shit of that nature. I'd be glad to help you out with it. AskChadWade@gmail.com. And as far as doors, that's simply call a door company and ask them, you know, about door security and what they would suggest them come do. Believe you me, that ain't gonna be fucking cheap either. I had one cost me as much as 2 G's to get it fixed. Okay, but you ain't opening that fucking door no more, guaranteed. So letting you know that you better bring a tank or have some kind of tow truck to pull it off, and then you're gonna have to pull half the wall out too. But I've learned my lesson. I know that. All right. So hit me up, y'all. God damn, that sucks, bro. That sucks. But the insurance company's thinking you're trying to pull a scam. I promise you that's exactly what they're thinking. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Hit me up if I can do anything for you. Also, need any wholesale inventory, unswholesale.com. Brandon Grover can't wait to help you, along with old Chad if you want him as your rep. All right, y'all. Talk to you later. Till next time. Bye.